Imagine a country where people pay virtually no personal income tax, where one of the world's largest royal palaces has more than 1,700 rooms, and where an entire village has floated on water for over 1,000 years. Add vast untouched rainforests, golden mosques, one of Southeast Asia's highest standards of living, and a peaceful lifestyle unlike anywhere else in the region, and you have Brunei. Hidden on the island of Borneo, this tiny kingdom is one of the world's most fascinating yet least understood destinations. Today, we're uncovering 15 incredible facts that reveal why Brunei is far more extraordinary than most people ever imagine. The country with almost no taxes. Imagine living in a country where your paycheck arrives without any personal income tax being deducted. In Brunei, that has been reality for decades. As of 2026, the country still charges no personal income tax, allowing many citizens to keep more of what they earn. This remarkable system is made possible largely by Brunei's rich oil and natural gas reserves, which continue to generate a major share of government revenue. The benefits extend far beyond taxes. Bruneian citizens enjoy free public health care, free education, and generous subsidies on essentials such as fuel, electricity, water, and staple foods. Gasoline is often among the cheapest in Asia, while many public services are heavily supported by the government. Although Brunei has gradually introduced targeted reforms to make subsidies more sustainable, it remains one of the world's most generous welfare states. Of course, this unique model depends heavily on energy exports, so Brunei is also investing in new industries under its long-term Vision Brunei 2035 to prepare for a future beyond oil. Even so, few countries on Earth offer such extensive public benefits while asking citizens to pay virtually no personal income tax. The world's largest residential palace. Brunei is home to one of the most unbelievable royal residences on Earth, Istana Nurul Iman. This palace is the official home of the Sultan of Brunei and is widely recognized as the largest residential palace in the world. It contains more than 1,700 rooms, over 200 bathrooms, grand banquet halls, a mosque, offices, and royal reception spaces, all built along the banks of the Brunei River. What makes it even more fascinating is that most visitors never see the inside. For most of the year, the palace remains closed to the public, hidden behind gates, guards, and golden domes. But during Hari Raya Aidilfitri, after the fasting month of Ramadan, the palace opens for a rare public celebration where thousands of people can enter, greet the royal family, and experience a glimpse of Brunei's royal tradition. For a country with fewer than 500,000 people, the scale of this palace feels almost unreal. It is not just a symbol of wealth, but a reminder of how deeply monarchy, Islam, and national identity are connected in Brunei. One of Asia's richest tiny nations, Brunei may look like a small dot on the map of Southeast Asia, but its wealth has made it one of the region's biggest success stories. With a population of only around 460,000 people as of 2026, the country consistently ranks among the highest in Southeast Asia for gross domestic product per person. Its prosperity has been built primarily on vast offshore reserves of oil and natural gas, which have fueled the economy for more than half a century. This energy wealth has transformed Brunei into a nation with modern highways, well-maintained public infrastructure, and one of the highest standards of living in the region. Unemployment remains relatively low, education and healthcare are provided free for citizens, and many daily expenses are reduced through government subsidies. Unlike many resource-rich countries, Brunei has maintained remarkable political stability while carefully managing its energy revenues. Today, however, the country is preparing for the future. Through Vision Brunei 2035, the government is investing in tourism, finance, technology, and sustainable industries to reduce its dependence on oil. For such a tiny nation, Brunei continues to prove that size does not always determine prosperity. A kingdom ruled by one sultan. Brunei is one of the very few countries in the world that remains an absolute monarchy. Unlike constitutional monarchies, where a king or queen has mostly ceremonial duties, Brunei's sultan holds executive authority and plays a central role in governing the nation. As of 2026, the sultan serves not only as the head of state, but also as the prime minister, minister of finance, minister of defense, and the country's highest religious leader. This system has shaped Brunei for generations. Major national policies, economic planning, and long-term development are guided under the sultan's leadership, while the government focuses heavily on stability, public welfare, and preserving the country's Islamic traditions. Many Bruneians view the monarchy as an important symbol of national unity and continuity. Visitors can see the influence of the royal family throughout the country, from grand monuments and carefully maintained public spaces to national celebrations that honor the Sultan's birthday each year. In a rapidly changing world where most monarchies have become largely symbolic, Brunei remains a rare example of a modern nation where royal leadership continues to play a direct role in everyday government and national identity. A nation where rainforests still dominate. While many countries have replaced forests with cities and farmland, Brunei has taken a very different path. Nearly 70% of the country remains covered by lush tropical rainforest, making it one of the most forested nations in Asia. Some of these ancient rainforests have existed for millions of years and contain ecosystems that have changed very little over time. These untouched forests are home to an incredible variety of wildlife, including proboscis monkeys, hornbills, clouded leopards, flying squirrels, and thousands of species of plants and insects. In protected areas such as Ulu Temburong National Park, visitors can walk across towering canopy bridges, cruise through winding jungle rivers, and experience one of the best preserved rainforests in Southeast Asia without encountering large crowds. Brunei has invested heavily in conservation, with much of its rainforest protected from large-scale development. This commitment has helped preserve clean rivers, rich biodiversity, and important carbon-absorbing forests. In a region where rapid urban growth has transformed vast landscapes, Brunei stands out as a rare place where nature still dominates the map, and the jungle remains one of the country's greatest treasures. The floating village, older than the capital. Long before modern skyscrapers and highways appeared in Brunei, an entire community was already thriving on the water. Known as Kampong Ayer, this remarkable floating village has been continuously inhabited for more than 1,000 years and is often called the Venice of the East. Even today, around 10,000 people still live in wooden houses built on stilts above the Brunei River, connected by miles of elevated walkways. What surprises most visitors is that Kampong Ayer is not a tourist attraction, but a fully functioning town. It has schools, mosques, shops, restaurants, health clinics, police and fire stations, all linked by wooden bridges and served by hundreds of colorful water taxis that act as the community's main transportation. Despite its ancient origins, modern life has reached the village. Most homes have electricity, clean running water, air conditioning, and high-speed internet, creating a unique blend of tradition and modern convenience. Few places on Earth have preserved a water-based civilization for so long, while continuing to adapt to the 21st century, making Kampong Ayer one of Brunei's most extraordinary cultural treasures. Free healthcare and education. In many parts of the world, a serious illness or a university degree can leave families with years of debt. In Brunei, the experience is very different. Thanks to the country's energy wealth, Bruneian citizens receive free public health care and free education, from primary school through university, with the government covering much of the cost. The support does not end there. Outstanding students are often awarded government scholarships to study at leading universities overseas in countries such as the United Kingdom, Australia, and other international destinations. In return, many graduates come back to help strengthen Brunei's workforce and public institutions. Healthcare is equally accessible. Citizens can receive medical treatment at highly subsidized public hospitals and clinics, while modern facilities continue to expand across the country. Combined with low-cost utilities, fuel subsidies, and other social benefits, these policies have contributed to one of the highest standards of living in Southeast Asia. Although Brunei is gradually diversifying its economy beyond oil and natural gas, its commitment to investing in education and healthcare remains one of the nation's greatest strengths, giving many citizens opportunities that are rare in countries of similar size. One of the quietest capitals in Asia. If you expect the capital of a wealthy country to be filled with traffic jams, crowded skyscrapers, and non-stop noise, Bandar Seri Begawan will completely surprise you. Home to just over 100,000 residents, Brunei's capital is remarkably calm, clean, and organized. Wide roads, green parks, and peaceful neighborhoods create an atmosphere that feels more like a quiet town than the capital of a prosperous nation. One reason is Brunei's relatively small population. Fewer than 500,000 people live in the entire country, so even during rush hour, traffic is usually light compared with other Southeast Asian capitals. Streets are well maintained, public spaces are carefully landscaped, and crime rates remain among the lowest in the region, helping residents enjoy a strong sense of safety. The city is also known for its beautiful waterfront, elegant mosques, and relaxed pace of life. Instead of towering skylines stretching for miles, visitors find open spaces, royal landmarks, and river views that reflect Brunei's unique character. In a part of the world famous for fast-growing megacities, Bandar Seri Begawan offers something increasingly rare: a modern capital where peace and simplicity are still part of everyday life. A country without alcohol sales. One of the biggest cultural surprises for first-time visitors is that Brunei has no public alcohol sales. Because Islam is the official religion and plays an important role in everyday life, supermarkets, convenience stores, restaurants, and hotels do not sell alcoholic beverages. Unlike many neighboring countries in Southeast Asia, you won't find bars, nightclubs, or liquor stores as part of the nightlife. This policy has been in place for many years and reflects the country's religious and cultural values. However, Brunei is also a welcoming destination for international visitors. Non-Muslim adults entering the country are allowed to bring a limited quantity of alcohol for personal consumption, provided they declare it at customs and follow the official regulations. Public drinking, however, is not permitted. Rather than focusing on nightlife, Brunei offers a different travel experience centered around peaceful riverfronts, magnificent mosques, tropical rainforests, and traditional villages. Family gatherings, religious celebrations, and community events play a much larger role in social life than late-night entertainment. For many travelers, Brunei feels unlike anywhere else in Southeast Asia, a place where modern living blends with deeply rooted traditions, creating a calm and distinctive atmosphere that is difficult to find elsewhere. Home of the stunning golden mosques. Few buildings capture the beauty of Brunei better than its magnificent golden mosques. Rising above the skyline with shimmering domes and elegant marble courtyards, these architectural masterpieces have become symbols of the nation's identity. The most famous is Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, often considered one of the most beautiful mosques in the Asia-Pacific region. Completed in the 1950s, the mosque blends classical Islamic architecture with modern engineering. Its massive golden dome, crafted with real gold, reflects across a peaceful artificial lagoon where a ceremonial royal barge rests nearby. Imported Italian marble, English stained glass, and handcrafted carpets from the Middle East add to its extraordinary beauty. Another remarkable landmark is the Jame Asr Hassanil Bolkiah Mosque, the largest mosque in Brunei. With its 29 golden domes representing the 29th Sultan, towering minarets, and beautifully landscaped gardens, it can accommodate thousands of worshippers during major religious celebrations. Tiny country. Massive wildlife. Brunei may be one of the smallest countries in the world, but its wildlife is astonishingly diverse. Thanks to its vast protected rainforests, the country has become a safe haven for countless rare species that have disappeared from many other parts of Southeast Asia. Nearly 70% of Brunei remains covered by forest, creating one of the region's most important natural refuges. One of the most famous residents is the proboscis monkey, instantly recognizable by its unusually large nose and found almost exclusively on the island of Borneo. Visitors may also spot hornbills soaring above the canopy, saltwater crocodiles along quiet rivers, colorful kingfishers, flying squirrels, and even the elusive Sunda clouded leopard, one of Asia's most mysterious wildcats. Many of these animals can be seen in places like Ulu Temburong National Park, where dense jungle, crystal-clear rivers, and towering trees have remained largely untouched for centuries. Strict conservation policies have helped protect these fragile ecosystems while promoting sustainable ecotourism. For a nation smaller than many major cities, Brunei possesses an extraordinary concentration of biodiversity. It proves that you don't need a vast country to experience some of the richest and most pristine wildlife habitats on Earth. The luxury empire, built on oil. Brunei's remarkable wealth began beneath the sea. In the early 20th century, vast reserves of oil were discovered, followed later by enormous natural gas fields offshore. Today, despite covering less than 2,200 square miles, Brunei remains one of Southeast Asia's leading energy producers, with oil and gas continuing to account for the majority of its exports and government revenue. These natural resources have transformed the country into one of the wealthiest nations in the region. Modern highways connect peaceful towns, public buildings are exceptionally well maintained, and citizens benefit from generous government support, including subsidized housing, healthcare, education, and low utility costs. Even with a population of only about 460,000 people, Brunei has built infrastructure that rivals countries many times its size. Recognizing that energy resources are finite, Brunei is now investing in tourism, digital technology, halal industries, and financial services through its Vision Brunei 2035 strategy. The goal is to create a more diversified economy while preserving the high quality of life its citizens enjoy. The national dish. Few tourists expect. If you ask locals to name the most traditional food in Brunei, many will immediately mention ambuyat. At first glance, it looks unlike almost anything most travelers have ever seen. Made from the starch of the sago palm, ambuyat has a smooth, sticky texture that resembles melted jelly rather than rice or noodles. Surprisingly, it has almost no flavor on its own, which is exactly what makes it so unique. Instead of using a spoon or fork, people traditionally eat ambuyat with a pair of special bamboo sticks called shandas. The sticky starch is carefully rolled into a small bite, dipped into rich sauces made with shrimp, herbs, chili, or sour fruits, and then swallowed without chewing. The taste comes entirely from the flavorful dipping sauces, creating an experience that is both unusual and memorable. Ambuyat has been a staple food in Brunei for generations, especially before rice became widely available. Today, it remains an important symbol of the country's cultural heritage and is commonly served during family gatherings, festivals, and traditional celebrations. Trying ambuyat is more than tasting a local dish. It's experiencing a tradition that has connected Bruneians for centuries. A peaceful nation, few people visit. Despite being one of the wealthiest countries in Southeast Asia, Brunei remains one of the region's least visited destinations. While neighboring countries welcome millions of international tourists each year, Brunei receives only a fraction of those numbers, making it feel like one of Asia's best-kept secrets. For travelers who value peace over crowds, that is part of its greatest appeal. The country offers a rare combination of safety, cleanliness, and tranquility. Violent crime is uncommon. Streets are exceptionally well maintained, and visitors often remark on how relaxed everyday life feels. Instead of packed beaches or crowded shopping districts, you'll find quiet riverfronts, ancient floating villages, majestic golden mosques, and untouched rainforests filled with remarkable wildlife. Brunei also places a strong emphasis on preserving its cultural identity. Traditional customs remain an important part of daily life, while modern infrastructure ensures a comfortable travel experience. Because tourism has developed at a slower pace than in many neighboring nations, many attractions still feel authentic rather than commercialized. The hidden kingdom of extraordinary wealth. Brunei may be one of the smallest countries on Earth, but it has quietly built one of the highest standards of living in Asia. With a population of only about 460,000 people, this tiny kingdom has transformed its natural resources into modern cities, excellent public services, and a remarkably comfortable way of life. Yet, despite its prosperity, Brunei remains largely unknown to much of the world. What makes the country truly unique is the balance it has maintained between tradition and progress. Ancient floating villages stand just minutes away from modern government buildings. Golden mosques rise above peaceful neighborhoods, while vast rainforests still cover much of the nation. At the same time, citizens benefit from free healthcare, free education, low living costs, and one of the safest environments in Southeast Asia. Brunei proves that greatness is not measured by size. Hidden on the northern coast of Borneo, this peaceful kingdom remains one of the world's most fascinating and underrated destinations, waiting to be discovered by those willing to look beyond the ordinary. Brunei may be one of the smallest countries on Earth, but it has shown us that true greatness isn't measured by size. From tax-free living and magnificent royal palaces to ancient floating villages and untouched rainforests, this remarkable nation is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this documentary, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey. Share this video with your friends, and let us know in the comments which country you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.